start because the insurgents are now more active, trying to divert attention away from Fallujah and prove their prowess elsewhere in the country. Ian Williams, Channel 4 News, Camp Dogwood.
The reporter from NBC was with a group of US Marines on Saturday as they approached the mosque in Fallujah. It had been stormed the previous day after Marines were fired on from the building. They meet a second group of Marines and discuss what they found.
What do they got to do in there? You shoot them? They have any weapons on?
The Marines go in to find a number of dead and injured Iraqis. They've left 5 wounded Iraqis in the building to be collected after the previous day's fighting, but for some reason they're still here. Then the camera captures a moment of horrific violence as the Marine notices one of the men is breathing. The wounded man is shot in the head at point-blank range. Another injured Iraqi is left unharmed. The reporter with the unit said the men did not appear to be armed or threatening in any way. Now a military investigation has been launched.
Let me make it perfectly clear. We follow the law of armed conflict, and we hold ourselves to a high standard of accountability. The facts of this case will be thoroughly pursued to make an informed decision to protect the rights of all persons involved.
US forces insist that insurgents are using mosques as bases to attack them, and they must retaliate. But the street fighting in Fallujah with small groups of determined fighters is inevitably bitter. Another Marine speaking today said in the same position he would have done the same thing.
The last cigarette before heading out. Search and attack, they call it. The Marines move through the ruins of Fallujah, looking for any gunmen who've not fled or been killed, the most desperate and determined. Tanks rumble in. The Americans were in this neighborhood the day before, but maybe the insurgents crept back overnight. The Marines have been told to comb the mosque for weapons, and as they do, the firing starts. It turns into a firefight. The armoured vehicle arrives with more ammunition, because the houses around the mosque are full of fighters. A group of Marines is pinned down on a flat rooftop. We're filming from an armoured vehicle at the street below. The heavier weapons fire a barrage of the insurgents. They call it suppressive fire. A Marine has been injured, and his colleagues need to administer first aid and get him out. A stretcher is brought. This is a serious casualty, and may already be too late. But the rest of the group now needs to get out too, under intense fire. This is the most dangerous engagement India has had in the region. We weren't allowed to film the casualties. This one was loaded into the Amtrak and taken away. The fire team crosses the street.
Get on the roof!
They're going to hit the insurgents with an anti-tank missile.
What's gonna happen? M16s, 240. We're gonna pop up. We're gonna do 5 seconds of suppression. Alright? Slow on M16s, like 2 bursts. That way, full pattern is gonna show me where the fire comes from, and I can look at the building. Alright?
Oh, fucker.
Ready? Set, go, hold it up.
The insurgents' heads down. The tracer has shown the man with the missile the target.
Use that, okay? And then we're aiming in that window.
crash blast of the missile engulfed everyone in dust. They call it an airstrike, and the troops quickly leave the danger area.
Snipers are here with that shot up. All right, start with the guns. Guns are going first. Go, guns.
They rush down the stairs to find a new position and down the street. The debris of the day's battle lies in their path. A rocket launcher, a flattened Kalashnikov. From a safer rooftop, we filmed tanks moving along the street, ready to fire a round into each house where there might still be resistance.
Probably good to get through down in that corner. In the pinch right now. The whole division got surrounded, and we're using this mosque over here to treat the wounded. So we're inside that mosque, it's all dirty. And this last group of houses down to the front, locked up, just full of them, gunshot wounds and stuff, trying to get treated. And they don't want to give up. We tried talking to them, their interpreter, getting them to surrender, walk out on the street. They're telling us they'd rather die than they'll come out and surrender. So they're gonna die.
The Marines begin to relax. The clash is nearing its end.
They've made a tactical withdrawal to this rooftop here, waiting for air power to come in and bomb the remaining insurgents. They think that there's at least another half dozen still in there.
5 seconds.